evening. My name is Sheila Wilhelm, and I'm here with Direct Action for Rights and Equality Data. I'm addressing everybody. Of course, I'm addressing the committee, but I'm addressing everybody here tonight. I'm sure that my friends on the committee understand where I'm coming from, because we're the ones who did this work, and not only did the work, but the community is the one who had to face the perils of what everybody's been talking about tonight. I've been doing this type of organizing since 1983. I remember doing my first work around police. We talked about police abuse, and now we're talking about safety and accountability. But as much as little things may have changed, they still stay very much the same. Organizers and people who speak out still have to be in fear for speaking out. We still have to worry about our children coming home at night. We still have to have questions asked. Why do we do what we do? We do it because we have to, because no one else is. I remember standing in Flint Auditorium and doing a speak out about police abuse and people coming forth and telling their story. And I mentioned one of my first encounters with a Providence police officer as I stood outside my house wrapped in a curtain after being abused, and the police officer told me that's when you white girls get for marrying, and he used the N-word. My first encounter with a Providence police officer, being a new resident to the city then. I would like to think things have changed, but I know the truth. And the reason I told that story and I thought about it, because I wanted to keep that statement, as much as things change, sadly, they're staying the same. When I heard the young woman a few minutes ago speak about the trauma and the mental health issues in this city, we hear a lot now talking about PTSD. It's almost like it's chic to talk about, and it's okay. Post-traumatic stress syndrome. But sadly, so many people, it's still PTSD, but it's present traumatic stress syndrome. Because it's still going on. It's still happening. People being terrified. I remember looking at a very dear friend and family member, Cornell Young Sr., and doing the speech about how Officer Friendly doesn't live in our community. I grew up knowing Officer Friendly, because of the color of my skin and where I lived at. My children haven't known that because of the color of their skin and where they live at. And this isn't right. We have more police substations in this city than we do libraries, community centers, and they can't get us. This is what my baby told me at 5 years old. If they stick